Greetings, dear patrons. Joe Keefe back again with another J.K. Rowling quoting Plaque update. I know I think I promised that that I had made the final update, right? And that it would be just like the Plaque post, but I didn't lie, but I think I was being too optimistic. Anyway, it's been a bear trying to get all these gates out. Well, I did, more or less. The only thing I'm trying to do now is get the kind of square the edges inside here. As you can see, there's a little bit left of some of the gates that were on here, or sprues. It's not, the end of the world, but just to show that I'm a competent metal worker, even though I'm not. At least try to pretend that I am. And yeah, here's the bracket. I've already hung it up on some nails. Some big, thick diesel nails that stick out with big heads are good. To kind of you can just tuck that on there. Or if you want a more secure, if you want it more securely held onto something, you can always epoxy it, or put a bracket, for it to go over, and then epoxy it, and then it won't move. I remember when I was doing sign hanging, we used to drill holes and put screws in the holes and epoxy in a 2-part epoxy into the holes, and it, pretty much was like supposed to support ridiculous weight. So anyway, that's all you got to do is make sure that this, whatever you got it on, can support the weight of it, because I believe it's 10 pounds at least. But yeah, did a little bit of buffing and cut the gates away, as you can see. And I broke another Dremel. These things really aren't meant for this type of work, so it just was like dying on me. So goodbye. I'm gonna toss this baby away. I did a lot of sculpting with this thing. Anyway, that was able to do a lot of the, evening out. After I got the gates or sprues out, I was trying to flatten it out and stuff like that, and it kind of gave it that nice buffing. There's grooves throughout it that don't get touched by the grinder wheel, but that's fine. Gives it a little character. That's what we're going for, right? Character, and it's got it. Let's see, and then anything else? So I was working on that. Oh yeah, I found so this is my flex shaft grinder, or maybe Marielle's. We found it when that little Dremel died. I remember that we had just found this in some old box, so it's got a foot pedal, and I got a teeny little cutoff wheels there, and I have found my chuck, for opening it, and then it's great that I have the chuck for the other one, because I can use the Dremel pieces, with this thing. So I have both keys to kind of keep putting the little cutoff wheels, because actually almost cutoff wheels all the way. A couple grinders, couple little grinders there, but not much of. Let's see, what was the other one I was using? It wasn't really working that well, but I'll show you anyway. That kind of stuff. But mostly it's just been these babies. So yeah, and yeah, here's some of the handiwork of some of the sprues from chopping. A whole handful of them here. Anyway, and there's dust everywhere. There's like bronze dust all over the place. I keep sweeping it out, probably in my lungs a little bit. Gotta wear a respirator. At least I'm wearing my safety glasses, right? Wearing them safety glasses. I don't want nothing in my eyes. I should have had long sleeves too, because it gets, little bits. But whatever. It is what it is. I'll take a shower. A few days I'll be as right as rain. And yeah, that's it for this long-winded update. Probably the next one will be just doing a little bit. I'm just gonna once I get these out, once I finish these 4 corners, I'm just gonna do a little bit of touching up with some little sculpting Dremel tools and buffing. You know, trying to pull out some highlights and leave some shading. Hopefully, make it more character. Give it more character. Because when I patina this thing, all the shaded parts are gonna turn darker, a little bit, slightly darker, and then the buffed parts will stay buffed. So it'll give it that. It'll pop more. Yeah, so exciting. And oh yes, I've also been, I'll mention this now, I'm trying to remind myself to mention it. I've been updating all my, my monster stats. I've got I'm on the Pastel Dragon now, so that'll be the next one I update, but after that it's Puppetors, and then I'll pretty much be, I'll have like 3 or 4 more, and I'll be caught up to date with all my stats. They'll have the systemless, my own systemless stat block. They'll have 5e stat block and Pathfinder 1.0 stat block. So I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes Patreon related stuff. I just haven't been posting about it. So maybe I'll make a post about that too. All right, guys. Thanks again for everything, and I hope you're all well out there. Peace.